So you have a hairstyle or hair texture or haircut, whatever it is, that just lays flat all the time. Well, now I'm going to talk to you about the best haircuts and techniques for flat hair. So what really is flat hair? Well, it's as simple as that. It's hair that has no volume whatsoever. It just lays flat like this. There's nothing to it. And that could be from a number of reasons. One, your hair in general just could be super, super silky. You could have really thick hair. It could be very, very straight, pin straight hair, and it just lays flat to your head like this. And it's just, you may be so frustrated with it, but it could literally be the amount of hair you have. You could have a ton of hair. You could even have fine hair or thinning hair, and it could be very, 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 very flat. But chances are, it's because your hair is really, really straight. And you may not also have the right haircut. You may not be using the right styling products. So that's really what flat hair is, all right? Another example of what could be flat hair, right? Here's a haircut that's a very, very modern haircut, but to me, it's very flat or close to the head, okay? The hair lays very close to the head. Doesn't mean that your hair's falling out, doesn't mean your hair's in awful shape. You can have gorgeous, gorgeous hair, and literally it just lays closer to your head, doesn't have as much volume as you may want or need. Some people, now listen to this, some people may not want a lot of volume in their hair. So having flat hair is actually a good thing, okay? So this is really targeted towards people who have very, very flat hair that want loads of volume, okay? So again, this lays very, very flat to me, but it's an awesome hairstyle and it works for this, okay? It works for this look. So now, if you do have flat hair, right? You have a haircut like this maybe, that's a little bit on the longer side. You may not have waves, it's just pin straight. The reason is because you may not have any layers in your hair. You may not have any sort of, styling routine when it comes to your hair. It really comes down to, I hate to say it, but user error, right? You may not be using the right products. You don't know how to style your hair. A lot of those things I've come across in my experience as a stylist. It really comes down to those factors. So the haircut, let's start with what type of haircut do you need if you have very, very flat hair? Well, first of all, the most important thing, what type of style do you want? Do you want a haircut or have a haircut that literally has no room for any sort of volume, right? It's a feathered kind of look like this, right? With a lot of short layers into here where there's no real room for the hair to expand. The only way to get volume on a haircut like this literally is to just use like some sort of paste or my tidal wave and just go in there and scrunch the heck out of it and really, really focus and use a lot of product or a curling iron to get that volume. And then chances are later throughout the day, your hair may fall flat if you're not using a hairspray that's like cement, okay? I've seen it many times where people have haircuts like this, the feathered type of look, parted in the middle, and after like a few hours, it just collapses. It just may not be the right haircut for you, or you have to use a curling iron. You have to spray in super, super, super strong holding hairspray to get it to stay. Now, in my opinion, if you're trying to achieve a style, okay, where you want a lot of volume, you want a lot of texture, your hair just lays flat and falls flat, be open to trying different types of products such as like a paste or a hair powder, something, or like my sea salt spray, something that's gonna actually give the hair some texture and volume, and be open to trying new products because those are designed to actually have a lot of hold. So maybe you have to work in some paste, right? Like maybe like my crafted sea salt paste, all right? Or my clutch clay. So you have to use something that's gonna create volume and have a stronger holding power other than just do like a curling iron and some hairspray, okay? Also keep in mind, if you have a look like this or similar to it, and all you do is run your fingers throughout your hair all day long like this, guess what? Your hair is just gonna fall flat. The minute you go like this with your hands, it's collapsing all that hard work that you put in, the 25 minutes in the morning you put into your hair, you keep doing this all day, guess what? And this goes for men, women, doesn't matter. It's gonna flatten your hair out. So I get a lot of people that say, oh, I want a product that's gonna be super, super strong hold, but I wanna be able to run my fingers through it. Literally, that makes no sense, because what you're doing, you're getting that hold initially with the product, and then the minute you start running your fingers through your hair because you want to feel cool like this, you're just literally breaking down that product in your hair, and it's actually causing the product to just collapse and your hairstyle to collapse over time, right? So those types of products, you're not even supposed to really run your hands through your hair. If you know what I mean, this doesn't make any sense. So, you know, if you are going to wear a haircut like this where it's heavily feathered, heavily layered, just keep in mind, maybe you try a different type of product. In my opinion, right, if you like shorter hair, go with a product, go with a pixie haircut, a cropped haircut, something that you can actually just use those types of products and go for the more messy look. Because when your hair has the opportunity to style properly with the right products, you're gonna always have volume, you're gonna always have texture. So don't be afraid to go shorter, get rid of all this, and create a more voluminous type of shorter haircut, right? So that is one of the best ways and best haircuts as far as, you know, for flat hair. Another one is, you know, say you have a haircut like this, and your hair just in the middle, and you get no volume. Try doing a side part, because what happens is your hair grows in one direction, and when you go against the way the hair grows, meaning if it grows this way, you go over this way, your hair, you're gonna create that lift and that arch right in here. So you're gonna get so much more volume just by switching up the part. And then again, it comes down to the haircut. Do you have the right haircut? Does your hair have layers, right? Are you using the right styling products? So the longer your hair, the chances are the flatter it may be because of the weight of the hair. So, you know, here's another example right here of if you had a haircut like this and it just literally fell flat all the time, it's because it's so long and heavy, it's just destined to weigh down. Now, this actually looks pretty cool. It's somewhat flat in through here, but it still has some volume and some shape to it. So you can have this type of style, feel it's somewhat closer to the head in through here, and then all you have to do is just scrunch it like this. The reason I'm able to get this movement and this volume is because of the haircut. So that's the next thing, is really getting the right haircut for your hair. Now, if you get the wrong haircut, that could actually make your hair thinner. I've seen awful layered haircuts that just made the hair look, it took all the weight, the remaining weight out of the hair. It made the hair so thin. Let me know in the comments if you've ever you have like layered hair and it's been cut so badly that all of that weight you had was just completely gone. Okay, it was layered improperly. It had some weird waves in it, like weird flipping pieces. Like I've seen some horrible massacres and crime scenes when it comes to haircuts. So you have to make sure you're getting the right haircut. Somebody who knows how to work with fine hair or even just flat hair, and they've got the best suggestions for you that can give you a haircut that will make your hair look thicker, okay? Now, my product Tidal Wave is the sea salt spray. It's literally one of the best volumizing products that I have. It's a great textured spray, you know, and then it comes down to using the right, like the crafted sea salt paste or clutch, pregame. You know, it all really depends on what you're looking for in a style. So let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. If you do have flat hair, if you're struggling with any of the things that I mentioned, I'd love to know. Don't forget, use code YouTube20 at shop.thesalonguy.com for 20% off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.